Stallion flight.
So you've been running this huge crusade with the live tweeting on both coasts every week that it airs. What have you seen with the fan response to it?
It's incredible. It really, I didn't even have a Twitter account. I had one that I opened maybe 2 years ago and I just forgot about it. But when we started to get kind of gear up for the season, they said, would you want to kind of do a Twitter thing and really push the show? And I just love it. I love interacting with the fans. I love tweeting out pics, and then luckily I've got a cast that's really willing to jump in every week and do it. It's been fantastic.
No, is it, because all of it's already been filmed, is it weird, like, because there's nothing you can change based on the fan response?
Nothing you can change. So you're right, when they ask you about, like, will we have this, will we have that, are you going to do this, it is a bit of a, like, you can't. It is what it is. But it'll help for next season, for season 2.
Do you ever read a tweet where you're like,
we don't know if there's an order for the second half or anything yet that you could reveal to us?
Spoilers for the next 2 episodes?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if anybody else has, but at the end of the season we're going to have someone not make it out of Vega, one of our main characters. They're going to die, and Gabriel's coming to Vega in person, in the flesh. So that'll be a big season finale.
Are there any big ideas for season 2 that you guys have?
The season is really going to be shaped out. Season 2 is really going to be shaped out by kind of the choices that are made at the end of the finale, and those are spoilers.
Are we going to get more Angel family members?
Yes. Love Angel family members.
Just a hint.
Yeah, they're the best.
Male, female?
I think both.
So, if you have to think about, remember before the show started, you just had it as a concept, and now seeing it in its final form, what was the most surprising differences for you? Concept to reality.
There's a lot of situations that it's much, much better than I imagined. So many of the actors have taken what I kind of imagined and dreamed of for those characters and just kind of blossomed it out and just filled it in a way that it was just so much better than I could have ever imagined. So many of the sets are better and more interesting than I thought at the time. But I think the biggest shock is probably just seeing something that was in my head become a reality. That's like a mind blower. Like I walk around every day and kind of pinch myself, when you drive around LA and there's billboards of Dominion. It's a mind blower. So I guess the short answer would just be that the actors have just breathed life in these characters in a way that they just can't match what you imagine. It's so much better.
I'm Erin from Free Up My Space. You and I have been talking.
Oh, hey, Erin.
Hey,
how you doing?
We've got plans for next week. So.
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I wanted to ask you, and I'm going to save most of it for next week, but the Enter Dominion site. It's got so much legend and mythology. How much work did that take to put together, not the actual site, but the development of the legend? And is it being used the way you wanted it to be?
Yeah, the initial brainstorming process of Dominion, the world of Dominion, was something I spent months on. Just building out the world, building out the politics, the kind of the mythology of the angels, the different kinds of angels, the cities. So all of that was an enormous amount of work. But in terms of then the Enter Dominion site, our staff really were the ones that we have this really talented group of staff writers, and they really filled out the world and really created the prose that detailed the city and the 8 balls and in a really specific and excellent way. And then that was teamed with the designers that did the site, which, and it was so smart to make it every week. It unlocks another,
That fills in so many gaps. This is a world that's unlike anything that we can imagine. but it's so close to what we think would be happening that gives us a lot of the background. It gives the viewer a lot of the background to be able to understand your storyline.
Yeah, it's, you know, you kind of want to avoid characters that just stand around and they say long paragraphs of exposition. So we've all tried to put as much information in this episodes as possible to kind of not leave people wondering what's going on, but at the same time not like drowning them in just details. And the site does a nice job at really filling some of those details in. Just the little specifics that people might like an 8-ball, or how is the government run in Vega, or those kind of things.
Right.
I have an 8-ball question. Why are their teeth pointy? The veins I understand, but why did the teeth get pointy?
You know, I actually thought that the other night. And you know, I think it's just their bodies are warped by the experience of the lesser angel possessing them in a grotesque way. So I think their fingernails, their toes, their not their toes, but their teeth, they're just being distorted by
Growing out pointy.
Yeah, they're like they're just vilified by being possessed, I guess. So we just need them to look that way. But no, it's just a fun supernatural thing.
That makes sense now.
You get the sense that a lot of the characters, except for Alex, kind of waffle a little bit between good and bad. There's a lot of gray going on. So is Alex really truly the only good guy here, or is there some gray there?
I think that he's probably the most true of all of the characters. I think there is a lot of gray, and I'm interested in that. I'm interested in characters that, when they do evil things, we may be appalled or turned off by, but we can kind of understand their point of view. I find that interesting. And I think that there are shades of darkness in him, and I think that as seasons go on, if we're lucky to get more seasons, I think that we'll see a lot more of those shades. But I think of all the characters, he is the most true. And he's certainly struggling with the most. Such a sense of responsibility and history, and it's a difficult place to be, for more so than any other character.
Do you have a time estimate for when we could know about it?
Hopefully soon. I would imagine in the next couple of weeks, a month. I think, but you really never know. It will just depend on Syfy and their needs.
They definitely have a good block as far as Dominion and Defiance being put together. It
They
seems
seem
like a
to
nice
really,
spot.
they seem to really work well together. Yeah. So we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Do you have a plan for the second season?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a plan for the third season?
Oh yeah. Yeah. When I wrote the pilot, I literally did like a 40-page series Bible, and it had the first 3 seasons like in detail. So I did a lot of prep. Yeah. That's kind of how I write. I'm very, I do a lot of brainstorming, a lot of just throwing ideas around, and then once I get it all together, then I write.
Are there plans for maybe a comic book tie-in?
You know, I haven't, I can be totally open to that. I think it would be cool. Yeah. I love comics, I love YA, I love all that stuff, so I would be totally open to that.
Would it be a continuation from the Legion comics that were?
Yeah, I know they did a series of Legion comics. No, it would be Dominion and whatever's going on. Yeah, I think they did like a IGN or one of those did it.
So, just as a final question, do you have a message for the viewers as they get ready to watch those final episodes?
Get ready for big changes.
Big changes.
Big changes.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.